So, Mr. Vikas, you have said that something about you have said about the COVID situation, and do you think that uh, the government was incompetent in the COVID situation?
Yeah, actually, the leaders as a government are so much educated about the healthcare education, like the professional education. They want to try to change that situation crisis. Because it is related to the healthcare system, I also a doctor. I know about the same
You would know about better about that situation, but I think the government did well. There were not a lot of deaths in Bihar, and the economy was also not.
You know, the government, I think the government policy has attracted so much corruption in the government because the government, that leaders are belong to the corrupted and they don't know
Yeah,
such type of education like APJ Abdul Kalam and Rajendra Prasad.
yeah, that's the problem with the whole state.
Yeah, it is the problem of India. I also,
So,
India,
if you were in a position like CM, how would
yeah.
you improve the image of Bihar?
Firstly, I give education. Education doesn't means the one degree based education. Education means the moral education and the social education, the most important. Then I give the professional education and technical education. Secondly, I improve the status of women regarding the gender equality, gender discrimination, and totally based upon the social behavior. And I explain about the curves form like the constitution knowledge about the women. Because the most of the women during the 49 they don't know about the constitution. Our
But the government is already doing a lot of work for women education.
but
What
the
would you
people of
change?
mindset is also responsible for that. But I think you see the UP. You are a doctor, and as per you know very well, healthcare system of Bihar is very low. It's in a very worse condition. Due to this, it means mortal fertility rate is happen in Bihar. No, actually fertility rate nowadays fertility rate not more increment. The Bihar population is responsible for 17 to 19 generation. After the 10 years, I think the population is not so higher in compared to that. Okay. How it means? Which type of suggestion you give the government to implement after implementing the it means to enhance the development in healthcare system. Actually, firstly, I give the suggestion to government to build up the infrastructure like recently PMCS has been built up so much in compared to other states. And second one is the education in the professional education, the too much need of the educated and personally educated. But there are so many doctors which those are working in hospital, government hospital, but they run other hospital and private hospital, and they transfer their patient. Please go on that hospital. I sit there. Please come on meet personally. And after that, they also prefer to particular shop to buy medicine, and due to the preference, the patient had to buy a costly medicine. What is your question about? Question is uh, doctors are doctors are in working in government hospital, but they also run a private clinic. And how doctors has a personal life. If you have so many doctors, personal life. So many doctors are available to the help the poor people. But you are you are doing the work in the government hospital, so you should taking care of the people who come in the government. The job limit, the time limit of the government hospital is 8 hours. Yeah. Then after 8 hours, I give. And in that time, you prefer those particular medicines of.
Write your comment. Education system in Bihar.
Actually, education system in Bihar only the paper-based, like only the literacy rate of our Bihar is as compared to the previous life independence is so much, but not getting the social education, moral education, and especially the technical and professional education. I think the education system of Bihar is so much, not so much, and compared to other states like Delhi and so on.
Why industry important development in Bihar?
Actually, industry is very important for development of Bihar because Bihar have people who below poverty line. They don't come and the worker and so much workers class have to the Bihar. I think if the industry developed in the Bihar, established in the Bihar, I think for development it is good for Bihar.
Bihar.
Okay, you tell about the healthcare system. You tell some doctors go out from government hospital and do serve the poor. You know, in government hospital, poor people poor people come.
Do you know our population rate? Population increasing day by day, and below the poverty line, population increasing. And you know very well about that. Below the poverty line, people want to go to the government hospital.
If you want to develop the Bihar as a doctor, you should work eight. You already told.
Firstly,
Only doctor works 8 hours. So if you being a responsible citizen of Bihar, you should do more.
Firstly, I follow the law and order.
If you do more work, then yes, government.
Firstly, I follow the law and order, and law and also responsible part of me because I am a doctor. Also
If you work less than 8 hours, this is the breaking of law and order. If you do work more than 8 hours, this is not breaking the.
my
This is the not breaking of law and order.
and serve the people.
No, this is the service. This is the service of for poor government for Bihar.
For being a doctor, I also a man. And I think
but you are told doctors go outside from their hospitals and serve the poor. This is the breaking law of under because they are appointed by the government in the government hospital. They work in they should have work in government hospital for poor because in government hospital only poor man people come.
do you think 8 hours more to serving the people? I think 24 hours is less to serving the people.
But if you want to work day by day, the one day Bihar has become a good system. So,
Brother, you have mentioned about poverty in your speech.
Yes,
So, what should the government of Bihar do to reduce the poverty?
Actually, government should provide firstly the education and which especially below the poverty line, and secondly gender equality because women are less connected to the children are less children are more connected to the women. I think if the women are so much literate, I think they educate our social moral education and social education, not for the degree education. If the people have social education, moral education, I think they grow and grow after that year by year.
Okay, Bihar had a rich history.
Yeah.
So, what are the main reasons for the decline of its glory?
Actually, the historical aspects and second one the political aspects. Previously, there are so many politicians like the APJ Abdul Kalam, who is also a scientist and so many things. They fact about what is the far vision, what is the far vision to in future to set up a plan to grow up the our India or showing the Bihar.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Vikas,
Yes, sir.
you have written anything like everything like a doctor. Okay,
Sorry, sir.
Vikas. So, suppose that you are on the post of KK Pathak.
Yeah.
He is ACS. Okay. So, what will you take steps regarding the good education in
Actually,
Bihar?
if I am a IS,
No, you are ACS.
I am a SCS.
Yes.
I have to follow the government laws. If the government, I
You have to
can't,
follow. You are following. Just
you
tell
are
me the
following.
initiative steps.
And whatever your steps, I want to do some types of steps. Firstly, I see the government policies. And after that, I want to see that type of step like build up of the infrastructure and totally I give the I give the education about the I give the education to the teacher about the how to explain how to educate our children's like in
And
the
they are
English.
getting the training despite
But
doing not well.
in the primary education, English is not compulsory. I think English is the international language. English should be compulsory.
Okay.
And I think that is the main or good way, because after the moral and social education, people want to the educate professional and technical education, because it is a materialistic life. Everyone want to the grow. If they
So
didn't
if
have
you are going
interest,
to add in syllabus English language,
yeah,
so you have to recruit the English teacher. No?
English teacher also. Yeah,
So
I have to recruit the English teacher.
okay. So what do you think that infrastructure like playing a role in education system? It is not good, or it is good or bad in Bihar?
Actually, it is not so much good, but currently it is good for our. I if I am a KK Pathak, I take care attention about the education system of Bihar, like the teaching syllabus,
Okay.
not for the infrastructure. If I see the infrastructure, I think it will take more time, and the world and country are progressing so much more in compared to that.
So you are the doctor.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me about the status of hospital or health sector in village area and also in city area.
Actually, in village area, the so much problems are in there, because the infrastructure problems, and also the doctors recruited problem. But in the urban area, or especially in the cities, infrastructure is good, but doctors problem is so not so much good. And also the medicine and so much things like the generic medicine is not available in that, and government if and the people don't want to that such type of medicines.
In village area, the primary health care sector.
Yes, sir.
What is the condition of that sector?
Not so much good.
What
Because
about
doctors is not available. If the doctors available, they're only the MBBS doctors, not for the PG specialty. And if you every people want to go to the specialty for the any region of the.
so if government asks you about some suggestion to reform that sector, primary health sector, so which type of reform you are going to suggest to government?
Firstly, I suggest the government to establish the lab system, because in the PHC there is no lab, government lab. I think if you don't want to the how is the limitation of the blood sugar and so many things, you can't provide such type of medicine which is necessary for them. Secondly, medicine is also available in the private sector, but I think firstly I give the.
There is so burden on PMCH for,
Yes, sir.
I think that I don't remember that word, the OECD. What is that?
Actually, people don't know about the fact of a disease.
Yeah.
Every people, if you have suffered from the pain, they go to the directly PMCH. If the PHC and such type of initiative to the government is established in the village area, I think the fraud not in the PMCH like the big hospitals.
So according to if government focus more on primary, then
Uh-huh.
the burden on PMCH
But
will
actually,
decrease.
70% or 80% people suffered from the only symptomatic based. About 10% is the disease based.
Okay.
If the symptomatic based treatment is there in the village area, I think that is not crowded into so much like PMCH
Okay.
or NMCH.
What about the education sector?
Education system of our Bihar is only paper based, not at the moral or so much professional or technical, because in Bihar there is no so much type of professional or technical institute.
So you already that ask about the English teacher. You mentioned that we available that. So how can we available? Because for that you have to give the education about English language.
Actually, people in primary education, the government don't implement it such type of bill who implement the necessary for the English language. I think English is very important for the getting professional or educational language. Education.
Right now teachers are selected by BPSC.
Yeah.
In that examination also English didn't have much weightage.
It is the wrong way for selection nowadays. Because if the people, if you get the job through the BPSC, like so much thing in primary education doesn't mean the like the so much things about the Hindi or I think primary education always want to the
Okay, thank you.
profession.